If you're looking for a way to start learning UX design by yourself, this video is for you. I'll share the resources and strategies that I followed to become a self-taught UX designer. Hey everyone, I'm a full-time UX designer working in Canada, and I haven't gone to any bootcamp or didn't have any design degree before moving to the UX design field. So I can totally feel how overwhelming and struggling it is to navigate your career into UX design all by yourself without having any experience or background. So I just thought to share the resources and strategies that I followed to become a self-taught UX designer. I hope you find this video helpful. So let's get started. The very first step is to start making an eye for design that you can do by watching a lots of design inspiration. So for instance, one of my go-to places to see the design inspiration is on Behance. In there, you can find lots of design work examples from the UX design field from the people all over the world. Just try to understand and read the details of the design process. If you find any design that is interesting to you, especially what is the problem, what are they trying to solve with the design, and what kind of design patterns they are using. This will help you to understand the structure and the organization of the UX design case studies, and that is really helpful when you're making your own case studies, so you already know how to structure your case studies. Another great website to see design inspiration is called Dribble. You'll see lots of cool visual design here. Just try to observe and analyze the styles, the colors, and even the UI layout that other people are doing. My another go-to website to see design inspiration is called Mobin. Inside the Mobin, you can see the common design pattern of any kind of particular element. Just try to observe the design patterns and also the use cases for each of the elements, so you have a better idea that when to use what kind of design for your design as well. Because as a UX designer, you need to have an idea about the common design practices that are usually used in the UX design industry. Step number 2 is to start learning a design tool to practice the design. There are tons of design tools out there in the market. Just pick one and start designing. My go-to design tool is Figma. This is kind of all-in-one design tool itself. You can do design, low fidelity, high fidelity, interactive prototype, and also whiteboarding as well. It's time to learn the UX design fundamentals to turn your regular design to a user-centered design. What I found from my personal experience is that when you're learning something from here and there in a scattered way, that is really blocking you to absorb the knowledge that you need in a faster way. But when you're learning from a structured course or a structured environment, or even if you have a structured process you know that you want to follow, just do that, because that will be really helpful to speed up your learning process rather than learning from a scattered environment. Just start with something that is very short, simple, and free. And the benefit of doing that is that if you have an overall idea from a short course or from a short learning path, then you already know if you really want to pursue in this career or not. Then if you're really interested into this, then you can choose a very advanced or expensive level course. Inside the Coursera, you can find a tons of design courses. There's also an option to apply for the financial aid if you need any kind of financial supports. Just try to start with something that is short and simple. For instance, in this course, this has just only 4 modules. That is very specific and very basic level courses. Another effective way of learning is learning from a book. One of my go-to learning design book is Design of Everyday Things. Another quick way of daily learning is learning from the article. I usually go to Medium to learn from my daily reading that you can start reading to keep you up to date with the latest design trend. YouTube is also a great way to start learning and also get some idea in a very short time. You just need to know what you really want to search on YouTube. This is a great place to test your skill set. Try to take those skill tests while you are learning the theories. It really helped me to improve my visual skill set. This one is also a great place to practice with some real-world challenges. The benefit of practicing with the real-world challenge is you already know how to solve a problem to having a real-world impact. One of my favorite way of practicing is doing some UX challenges. From there, you can find a lot of examples, and they also provide the relevant tutorials and also the tools that you will need to complete these UX challenges. Once you have some basic idea about UX design and you know how to follow a UX design process to complete a project, don't forget to make case studies of your practices and put all of your case studies into your portfolio. A portfolio is mainly a collection of your case studies that will showcase your skill set and capabilities to your target audience. If you have zero idea about the UX design case studies, don't worry. Just take some inspiration and see some examples online to see how people are making the UX design case studies. Let me show you my go-to places to see the UX design portfolio examples. One of my favorite places to see the portfolio inspiration is on Bestfolios. There are tons of UX design portfolios and resume examples while observing a portfolio, understand and analyze how they have structured their case studies, what are the information they have highlighted, so you have an idea how you can also structure your case study as well. Another great website to see the portfolio inspiration is on Awards. It shows the latest trend of portfolio and web design. Though it is a little bit of fancy, but it's just for the inspiration. Once you have the idea, you know how much you want to do with your portfolio. Don't get scared by saying all those cool portfolio. You don't need to do it at the very first step. So my strategy is what I do that when I'm doing a project, I just try to write out the tiny details into a Google Doc or anywhere in the notepad, and slowly when I have time, then I just move that into a digital website. And you can also start with something very simple. It can be like a Behance portfolio or a Dribble portfolio. Then when you have time, you can move to your website. As a UX designer, you always need to keep yourself up to date with the market requirement. One of the best things of doing that is to always keep your eyes on the job postings and the job requirements. It's not like something you need to apply right now, but even if at the very early stage, just look at the job descriptions and see what are the requirements and responsibilities they're asking for, and see how much you already have and how much you need to grow. Let me show you a couple of tricks that I follow while I do that. One of my go-to place to see the job postings is on LinkedIn. Whenever I see a job posting, I go to the details and scan the keywords of the requirements and gather those all together. So I know how much I already know and how much I still need to learn. Another place to see the job posting is on Indeed. Indeed is a good place to find the entry-level job postings. I try to share all the steps and resources as much simpler way as I can, but there are always more advanced way of doing that. Just start with the simple one, then you can know how advanced you want to do. I hope this video will give you some idea on how you can start learning by yourself as well. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about my next video.